Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to thanks Stephanie and the Suchi Foundation UK, particularly Director Mr. Wilson, for the opportunity to share my experience in this event. Emerging climate crises are becoming increasingly localized. Without recognizing and integrating local practices, knowledge, and cultural context, it will be impossible to create effective and sustainable disaster response strategies. This is why initiatives led by Master Cheng Yen and Suchi Foundation through Jing Si 6R technology, or previously known as Jing Si Pure Land Company, are so vital. Their community-based, compassionate, and culturally rooted approach plays a key role in advancing both the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal (SDGs) and the Sendai Framework for Disaster Risk Reduction. By aligning net zero center humanitarian aid governance with local realities, Suchi's work demonstrates how localized action can contribute meaningfully to global climate and disaster resilience. However, observing Suchi's action in the ground during crisis situations, including climate crisis in Taiwan and overseas, highlight that there are some opportunities for some adjustment. Here today, I am sharing how I am adopting Suchi Foundation and Jing Si 6R technology for local crisis and the humanitarian response, adjusting their innovation in the UK, Nepal, India with the multiple local and international stakeholders. And hopefully, very soon, I am going to use these technologies and the techniques to the flooding affected area of the Spain, Valencia. Today, first, I like to give acknowledgement for this work about what I am speaking here to Dr. Yi Chung Lu, one of the well-known community-based disaster management expert in Taiwan. With Dr. Liu, I have been working to develop the emergency shelter and the settlement planning training using the 3D objects and the Lego to make people aware on how we can contribute for the real crisis scenario. When the disaster happened, one thing people need most immediately after the disaster or in the crisis is shelter. There are two kinds of shelter. One is the shelter which immediately after the disaster, where people will be evacuated and they will taken to the sports center or the common cupboard hall or any kind of open space. But the other kind of shelter is after the people spend 2 or 3 days in the commonly in the sports center, then they have a settlement. In this case, the Suchi Foundation in Taiwan and the Suchi Foundation and other organization like a Suchi Foundation has developed a lot of things. So one of the things they have done is they have created the indoor shelter and they have created the outdoor shelter, which the foundation is very famous all over the world. Let me show you here. There are two kind of shelter. One is like how it looks like the indoor and how it looks like the outdoor shelter, as I shown in this slide. One of the innovation I have found or I have observed in the Suchi base, like Dr. Marshall, who has developed the very innovative indoor shelter management techniques and the indoor shelter technologies. And that Suchi's developed technology has been so famous in Taiwan, and it's practically proved that it protects the people's dignity during the crisis. So that what we have done is this shelter, which I have shown you in the picture, and then it is in the London right now. Is we are bringing that technology to use for the local government in the UK. So that what we have observed here, like I have shown in the slide, there are two questions in my research from the last 2-3 years. So one of the things I have been asking is, to what extent are the crisis and the emergency planners are aware of integrating TZU CHI and Jing Si 6R technology humanitarian product into crisis response planning? And the second question is, how can the dissemination and adoption of the TZU CHI and Jing Si 6R technology-centered life-saving products be enhanced across the global humanitarian system? To do that, what we have done is, first we realize that there is some gaps. There are some people are not aware of what the TZU CHI is doing, or there is during the emergency, TZU CHI is doing the great thing. They will put their product, but before that there was a gap of a training program. There is a gap of the proper communication about the product, that this product in the ground have not been used properly. That's what I observed. So to avoid this thing, what we did was, with the discussion from the Dr. Gloria Liu and myself, we designed, particularly Dr. Gloria Liu designed, what TZU CHI has, based on the TZU CHI's product, we designed the two participatory tools for the training. So in that training tools, what we did was, we used the TZU CHI's cubicles and the TZU CHI's facilities, like you have a mobile kitchen, you have a mobile, like a TZU CHI's shelter things, we designed it. And after that, we tested that design in Taiwan, in the various community. What is happening is, in the Taiwan, where Dr. Liu went to the different community and then went to give the training, and that give us also encouragement, and this gives us some feedback. As a result, that interactive emergency shelter and the temporary settlement planning toolkits was, after we developed based on the feedback from the various Taiwanese community organization and the universities, and we, with the help of the UK government and the India government project support, we designed three model using the 3D object, 3D printing and the Lego, hybrid product. So, and after that, we tested this product first in the UK as an interactive learning for the crisis response, and we validated that thing. When we started validating it, we first took that model, which was tested in Taiwan, and then after that we took that model to India through the UK India earthquake project. After that, we also trained to Nepal Army, Armed Police Force, and then we also did the training program to the Hackney Borough Council in London for the emergency planning officer from the I think it is eight borough council of the northwest of London. So you can see in the picture here how the Taiwanese innovation has been practiced or taken to the different part of the world. Similarly, the other things we heard in this conference in the last 2 days was people who were talking about only the plastic recycle things. But one of the things the TZU CHI is developing, technology is developing, is they have developed a lot of like a emergency light, like solar light, shoes. You have a blanket. We heard yesterday, and similarly we have a lot of food product during the emergency we need without using the energy, like without cooking. So we can robbing the food, we can cook it. So that product also through the various conferences, various knowledge exchange program, we have communicated in the UK. That product, which is the product of the Tzu Chi, has been communicated through the conference in the Birmingham City Council, London Borough of Hounslow Council, so that our main objective is during the emergency, the Tzu Chi and the Taiwanese innovation, our Taiwanese expertise-led innovation, how we can use during the crisis to reduce the impact in the UK. With this, the last picture here I am showing it to you is about the. This is a picture of the Tzu Chi Foundation's these cubicles, which is now used as a demonstration for the Hackney Borough Council Rest Centre. So this is a way I wanted to share with you today, is how the small innovation coming from the Taiwanese scientists and the Tzu Chi Foundation has been used for the many part of the world, and the many part of the academic institution they have been using. With this note, I'd like to express my sincere thank you to Dr. Liu, who is a community-based disaster management expert in the Taiwan, and Dr. Marshall for the JS 6RT director of the Tzu Chi Foundation. Thank you very much.